Prashant sir, good morning sir.
Good morning. I'm here, ma'am. I'm here. Yeah.
So shall we
Okay.
wait for participants? Still we
Yeah, yeah,
have
yeah. No
time,
problem.
sir.
I'm here. I'm here. No problem. Sure.
Thank you. Sir, present,
Ma'am.
sir. Shall we start?
Yeah, I'm here only, ma'am. I have sent it to Rajesh Kumar. Please, you have to play the slides from there.
Okay, I will check with Rajesh, sir.
Yeah. I sent him yesterday itself. No, 3 days back itself I sent because my laptop I don't have with me. I'm using my iPhone for an iPad for this thing.
Okay, sir.
So difficult for me to use the slide with the iPad and all. So I already sent him 4 days back itself. I sent it.
Yeah, give me 1 or 2 minutes time, sir.
Yeah. Take your time now. No problem.
Good morning, esteemed guests of today's session. Dr. Prashant R. Nair, Head and Vice Chairman, Internal Quality Assurance Cell, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Deemed University, Coimbatore, India. Distinguished participants of our session, Honorable Principal Dr. A. Ponusami Sir, respected Head of our department, Dr. P. Sharada Mani Ma'am, Professor and Head of Department of Business Administration, Dr. P. Arumugasamy Sir, Professor and Head of Department of Commerce International Business, and dignified faculty members. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this final session on the Faculty Development Program on Assessment Reforms, moving beyond traditional methods. As education evolves, so too must our approaches to the assessing students' learning. In this session, we will explore innovative assessments practices that go beyond traditional exams, grades, focusing on strategies that better capture students' skills, creativity, and critical thinking. Our aim is to rethink assessment to make it more meaningful, fair, and reflective of diverse learning styles. We look forward to an engaging and thought provoking session. Now, I request Mrs. Kodi Rishikesh, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, one and all gather for this FTP session. It's my great pleasure to welcome our principal, Dr. A. Ponuswamy sir, and our head, Dr. P. Sarada Mani ma'am, and Dr. P. Arumugasamy sir, head BCom IB. And I welcome you, sir, today's chief guest. We are honored to have you, sir, Dr. Prashant Nair, distinguished educator, researcher, leader, and in the field of computer science and engineering. Dr. Nair served as head of Vice Chairman of Internal Quality Assurance Cell at Amrita Vishwapeetham, Coimbatore. Over 24 years of experience in teaching, research, and academic administration. He taught globally, authored number of books and research paper, mentored students to success in national and international competitions. His leadership role in esteemed bodies such as IEEE and ACM and CA, along with numerous awards and recognitions, reflects its commitment to innovation and quality in higher education. I welcome you, sir, Dr. Nair. We are Looking forward for your valuable speech, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Dr. Prashant R. Nair, sir, to take over the session.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So, Dr. Pundaswamy, sir, the principal, Dr. Sharadamani, the HOD, Dr. Armugaswamy, other esteemed faculty colleagues of Hindustan institutions. A very good afternoon to all of you today. I thought I will, I was given the agenda of talking to you about also about how 3-year programs can be converted into 4-year honors programs. What I will be delving is mostly into the national curriculum framework, and of course about the assessment part. I will extempore talk to you what I feel is going to happen in terms of adaptive assessments and so on and so forth. So today we are seeing a major upheaval in higher education. The NEP 2020 is going to be a game changer, but we have to understand the fact before we go into the slides. I wanted to stress upon the fact that NEP 2020 will take time. It's an aspirational policy that has to be in existence for probably next 15 to 20 years at least. It will take for all the provisos, the provisions of the national education policy to be in implementation in all respects. In the last 4 years, we have seen a lot of some level of improvements, some level of reforms in all aspects, so as to speak. In fact, in January, in Shastra University, there was a Vice Chancellor's conclave of South Zone, and the UGC chairman was there. And I had accompanied the registrar along as the IQAC head to the conclave, and there were a lot of deliberations and all. So generally, the verdict is that the last 4 years has seen a lot of reforms, no doubt, but the pace of change has to increase to a large extent. The pace of reforms has to be accelerated in every possible respect. That is the general verdict. We are seeing this upheaval. Now what we are seeing is in all programs, whether it is engineering, management, arts, humanities, we are seeing so many universities implementing the major and minor programs. uh, Major and minor programs have happened in a very big way, more than one. uh, but we have to also understand that we have to be a little cautious also. See, unlike the US, where the major program can be in medicine and the minor can be in drama, that kind of flexibility is not possible in the Indian context. That kind of flexibility is not possible, where the major is something different and the minor is totally different. Those things are not possible. The major and the minor have to be kind of logically connected to each other, and so on. 1 minute. Yeah, so the major and minor have to be logically connected to each other. They have to be uh, having some interrelation and so on. We have also seen that there is some movement towards merging the regulatory architecture. So as to speak, the regulatory architecture is changing. We are seeing regulatory systems. We have already seen the accreditation system has changed. Now, if you apply for NAC, you have to go for what is known as the binary system of accreditation. The binary system will make all institutions. The binary accreditation will set a level playing field in the sense that everybody and anybody will go for accreditation. Hitherto, we have seen that less than 25% institutions. Now, there are like 58,000 higher educational institutions in India. And we are seeing that, barely 20 to 25% have gone for accreditation. I think 33% of universities have gone. Out of 1,000 universities, 33% have gone. But when you look at the number of colleges, autonomous or affiliated, we are seeing it's around 10 to 15% or so. So the numbers are very, very less. So as a result of the reforms in the higher education space, we have seen that the binary accreditation has come from NAC. There is not going to be inspections. It's all going to be self monitoring, self regulation, so as to speak. But then, I will also say that, when there is self regulation, I mean, you have the data, you have the evidences, you get the mark. That's the kind of system that we are moving on to. And data is going to be very important. Data is going to be triangulated. You cannot give different numbers to different agencies. All those things are the things of the past. And for the top institutions who want to maintain excellence, they have come with what is known as the maturity-based graded levels, where at any point of time, whatever be your accreditation, whether it is binary or in the old format, anytime you can apply for what is known as a maturity-based graded level. And the maturity based graded level is based on benchmarks. So you have this many publications in Q1 journals, you are in level 4. That kind of system is coming. And for anything and everything, we will need to have a lot of evidences and data to support. I will be talking about that towards the end of my presentation also. So that is a new regime of higher education. In terms of MOOCs courses, online courses, we're talking about adaptive assessments. Assessments are also going to be, we are going to move towards a fact where the teacher is a facilitator of learning rather. So, every course, the teacher can decide what can be the evaluation pattern. There used to be very clear guidelines that 50% evaluation should be through an end semester exam, 50% evaluation through internal or continuous assessments. All that is now going to change because the paradigm itself has shifted. So we are going to see that the faculty is going to be a facilitator. The faculty can decide what will be the evaluation methodology. In many cases, if the faculty feels that we don't need an end semester, perhaps those kind of things are already being done in terms of open electives, open courses, and so on. Now, I want to told you about the assessment, how it's going to be very autonomous, decided by the faculty. Now, there is a very important document that came a year back called the National Credit Framework. Now, the National Credit Framework is a very revolutionary document where any kind of credit has been clearly tokenized, put into a currency system. So, in terms of the National Credit Framework, if you are, the definition of credit is very clear in the sense that we know that one credit is equal to 15 hours in a semester. If it is theory, one credit is equal to 30 practical hours in a semester. And in terms of field work, other activities, sports, cultural activities, village programs, NSS, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, everything can be brought into the credit framework. Everything can be brought into the assessment methodology, provided 40 to 45 hours of field work or sports or cultural activity or something like that. All those things can be clearly put into a currency shape. That kind of credit has become like a currency. And not only that, we can even now UGC has come with a lot of flexibility in terms of online programs. You can go for 40% of a course theoretically can be done through certified online providers, even though nobody is going for complete 40%. That's a little risky. But or bachelors, 40% of the credit can be based on a online paradigm, Swayam or NPTEL, Coursera, all those kind of online paradigms. That is also actually, but that is the rule. Now the UGC has also said that any one of your degrees, if you have done a bachelor's or a master's and then a PhD, any one of those degrees, bachelor's or master's, can be in an online mode, and you will not be discriminated in terms of promotions and so on. We have seen in the past also MBAs from IGNOU. Many of them don't get the recognition because it's not a full-time program. But now that is, as per the rule, the UGC is very clear that any one degree can be in an online mode. Nobody can discriminate. But of course, we cannot stop. The industry may have their own standards for that. They may be a little partial towards online programs. That we cannot do anything. But we are seeing that kind of mainstreaming of MOOCs courses, online programs, mainstreaming of technology interventions in all ways, and so on. So that is a kind of trend that we are moving on to. So assessments will be adaptive. Assessments will be adaptive in terms of uh, the kind of assessments will be adaptive in terms of the. Yeah, I'm going into the slides. Just 1 minute. I'm just finishing this thing, then I'm going into the slides. So assessments will be adaptive. Assessments will be based on the faculty's this thing. Assessments can be technology focused. Assessments can be based on technology. Assessment can be decided by the faculty. Now, I told you open electives, open labs. Now, we already have many of the top universities, Amrita, VIT, SRM. We have already implemented open theory and open labs. Open theory means open elective means you take a field of interest. You take a cutting edge technology like, say, bioinformatics. I'm just giving you an example. You're a biology student. You have taken up a cutting edge elective of bioinformatics. You can do a self study with curated by a faculty member, and at the end of the course, you can contribute a paper or a new protocol or something like that. Those kind of things are already happening. Open electives where the entire evaluation is based on the outcome of the course. Open labs are there, 1 credit or 2 credits, where you develop something. You are doing same example of a bioinformatics. This thing, you take a database and you do an analysis of the database, come out with some specific outcome. So those are the things that are already happening in terms, and they don't. We are out of that 50-50. 50% internal or continuous assessment and 50. So these things are only going to evolve. Now, I already told you about the national credit framework. That credit as a currency. As long as you have 40 or 45 hours of field work or this thing, you can give a credit for that, provided there is a proper evaluation or a curation and a monitoring of the program. So this is the trend towards the assessment is going to be autonomous. Assessment is going to be technology driven. Assessment is going to have online methods. Assessment is going to be decided by the faculty. Assessment is going to be based on experiential learning, project learning, problem based learning. All these things can be put into the structure of assessment, provided you follow the guidelines and the national credit framework. So this is what I wanted to cover in terms of the first primer. Now I will go into the slides. Can you put the slides in full mode? Slide mode, please.
Sir, Rajesh sir.
No. This is not in this is not in that mode. It has to be in the what is that? The full slide mode.
Full screen. Yes, sir. Full screen.
No. It's not full screen, ma. You have to put it in slideshow. Slideshow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Slide.
No, ma'am. It is still not in the. I can't see it. You have to put it in slideshow, not in slide show.
Sir, I have informed him, sir. Please.
Slideshow mode.
Prashant sir.
Yeah.
Sir, this is Rajesh Kumar sir. Kindly please wait for a few minutes. I will check it sir.
Yeah, that's slideshow. You don't use PowerPoint, a slideshow. Even right side, you can do the. Oh. Have you disconnected? I see there is no sharing now. Can you hear me? Yeah, I am back. I somehow got disconnected, but I'm not able to see the slides. It's if you don't put it in slideshow, I cannot see it. Sharada Mani, ma'am.
Trying to display the role of Rajesh in the other.
I just saw the slide for a second. I don't know. Now it's coming. Yeah. This is also fine. Fine. This size is fine. No problem. Okay, you can go down. You can go down in the slides. Yeah, come down. Come down. No problem. This all is covered. Come down. Come down. No. Move forward. Yeah. This all I covered already. Come down. Yeah, come down. Please move the slides.
The Rajesh down. Scroll
I don't know
down.
how to
Scroll
use
down.
the
Go
scroll
to next.
down. Go to the next slide. Oh, still it's very
Sir,
small. I
Rajesh
am
sir.
not able to see.
Rajesh sir.
Ma'am, sorry. Yes, ma'am.
சார் அவர் ஸ்லைட் தெரியலன்னு சொல்றாரு சார். ஸ்லைடு நீங்க ஸ்க்ரோல் பண்ணாதான் தெரியும்.
I will check it.
See, you have to put it in slideshow. Then it's easy to use. Just go on clicking down slideshow. Otherwise, it's very small, you know. இது ஸ்லைட் ஷோன்னு போடுங்க. அதுல மேல பாருங்க ஸ்லைட் ஷோ. இல்ல ஸ்லைட் ஷோ.
Sir, one second, sir. Check
See, அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இது இருக்கு from the beginning. மேல பாருங்க அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட்.
one second, sir.
இல்ல இதுதான் இந்த ஸ்லைடு இதுல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மேல போங்க. அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பட்டன் தான் ஸ்லைட் ஷோ from beginning. சாரதாமணி மேம்.
எஸ் சார், எஸ் சார்.
No, somebody has put a. Okay, leave it. Okay, I'll manage somehow. You just, if you, I don't know, at least scroll down. I'll manage without the slideshow. It's okay. You move, at least go, scroll down. Please scroll down. You just press F5 also. That will also come. Adam? Madam?
Sir, please wait, sir. Please wait.
this is fine. I'll manage with this. Even though it's little small, I'll manage. You can scroll down. I'll somehow manage. Yeah, scroll down. I don't know why it's not coming. Come down. Yeah. No, Oof. No. Go back. Oh gosh. Go back. Back. Back.
Sir, or otherwise you can zoom in your phone itself, sir.
No, I am
Slide.
already zooming in my phone. I don't know why you are not able to play the slide.
இல்ல it is
What is the
not
problem?
slide show போட்டா அது
No,
ஓபன் ஆகுது சார் பெருசாக மாட்டேங்குது.
I don't know. Okay, sorry. Okay, go back to that. Go back. I'm actually zooming in my iPhone. That is why otherwise I cannot read also. Just go forward. Back.
சார் உங்க போன்ல நீங்க அதை ஜூம் பண்ணி பாருங்க சார். இல்லாட்டி
இல்ல அது பிரச்சனை இல்ல நீ கண்ட்ரோல் உங்க கையில இருக்குல்ல. யூ ஜஸ்ட் கோ பேக். நான் சொல்றேன் எந்த ஸ்லைடு வைக்கணும்னு சொல்றேன். கொஞ்சம் பின்னாடி போங்க. இது லைசன்ஸ் வெர்ஷன் இல்லையா? பேக். ஓகே பேக். நெக்ஸ்ட். போதும். ஸ்டாப். Okay, I'll continue. Okay, now I'm zooming in the phone itself. Okay, so as I mentioned, sorry for the technical glitches. So as I mentioned, there is a lot of changes that are coming in the NEP 2020. The changes are in terms of structural changes, academic changes, and regulatory changes. Now, in terms of the academic changes, the NEP 2020, as you know, is giving the flexibility not only for engineering and other programs. You can go for 3-year programs and 4-year programs, which are honors programs in all the humanities and sciences, arts, physical sciences, life sciences. All that is now possible. And there is a mapping to the skill framework, meaning, suppose you do first year, you can come out with a certificate, and there is a skill level in that first year. If you complete 1 year of the program, there are some skills that you developed. It is mapped to a skill framework, and you are eligible for getting some sort of jobs, and you come out with a certificate. Now you go into the second year, you can get a diploma. 2 years you do the education in that program. You get some advanced skills. It is mapped to a skill framework, and you are eligible for these kind of jobs, and you come out with a diploma. Likewise, 3 years in arts and sciences, humanities, physical sciences, and so on. You complete 3 years, you have this much of skills, you get this 3-year degree, you have this kind of skills that is mapped to the skill framework, and the skill framework is eligible so that you can get jobs. Now, to make you in a very simple way, I'll talk in maybe in terms of a BCA or a BSc computer science. 1 year you get some web development, you have done some basic courses in HTML, web development, you can probably get a job as a website designer. I'm just giving a simplistic example. 2 years you got a diploma in, say, computing or something, you can probably become an executive assistant, or you can become maybe a network engineer if you have got some skills in networking, managing a network, managing a server, and so on. You can become maybe a network administrator. And 3 years you did a BCA or a BSc computer science, you can probably become a junior software engineer. You do a 4-year BCA honors or a BSc computer science honors, you can become a senior software engineer. So that is the general trend that is there. There is there is multiple entry and multiple exit. Every year you do some courses, you get something out of it. There is an outcome, either in terms of a certificate after 1 year, a diploma after 2 years, a degree after 3 years, and an advanced honors degree after 4 years. And every year that you are exiting, you have a skill You have developed certain skills, certain attributes you have developed, and based on these skills, you are able to get a job. And there are jobs roles defined. So what has now happened is that the national education policy is connected to the national skill framework. So not only in computer, in any trade, in any field, whether it is commerce or business management or life sciences, biotech, there is a skill for every year of study. And that skill for every year of study is mapped to a skill framework, and you are also mapped to jobs. That is the kind of things that have come in the national education policy. This is already happening. A lot of institutions are now offering integrated programs. If you want, you can exit. You can have major and minor programs within the 3-year program framework, or you can have major, minor, even in the 4-year framework. So this is what has happened. These are the academic changes that have come. Now, structural changes have also come. Structural changes means in terms of the NEP 2020, you're a teaching institution, you're not doing much research. That is fine. You can continue as a teaching institution, focus on teaching, focusing on the learning outcomes of the students. You are like an IIT or an IIM, more focusing on research and that kind of innovation outcomes. That is fine. You're a research institution. Alternately, you want a hybrid. You want to be both teaching and research. Everybody will not do research, which is where most of the case in most institutions, that is, we are seeing, especially the top ranked ones. It's a hybrid model. Some of them are doing research, some of them are doing a lot of teaching. So those kind of models are there. Multidisciplinary universities are coming. In India, we see silos. Engineering college doesn't talk to arts college doesn't talk to commerce, and all these issues we are seeing. So how can you break out of those silos and have multidisciplinary universities where there is a lot of connect between institutions and so on and so forth? So one size does not fit all. We are coming away from that thing. One size does not fit all. If you are a teaching institution, you can strive for excellence, accreditation, maturity-based level in that your core competency, that is the teaching. If you are a research institution, you can have less teaching, focus more on research outcomes in terms of patents, papers, projects, and those kind of outcomes. And you can apply for a different maturity-based graded level. So these are the major structural changes that are coming through the NEP 2020. First, I told academic changes, multiple entry, multiple exit. Every year of study is a skill-based program. You can even go for a master's program for a 1 year without a research component. In many countries like UK, there are single 1-year programs. Now in India also we can start that. They may be not so much, they may be more tailored towards industry, not towards research and so on. So those are the things that are there. Even you can go for after a 4-year bachelor's program in honors, you can go for a direct PhD. All these things are the academic changes coming. Structural changes are the types of universities. One size does not fit all. We can be teaching institution, research institution. Generally, in the next 15 years, they want to remove all the affiliation system, and all the colleges which are good will become autonomous and help others. So these are some of the structural changes. The last is the regulatory changes in the NEP 2020. Regulatory changes means, as I mentioned already, NAC is going for binary system of accreditation, no inspection. You have the data, you have the supporting documents, supporting evidence, you get your accreditation. It is binary, no visit is there. But you are answerable to them in the sense that you have to have the data and the evidences to justify your claim. And for those institutions who want excellence, who want to go up, there is maturity-based level. So that is the regulatory change that is coming. It is envisaged, perhaps not in the budgets, in the winter session of the parliament, perhaps next year. The government is already ready with the bill, but because of political compulsion, they have not jumped the gun, where all these regulators are going to be integrated. Hitherto, we have several regulators, UGC, University Grants Commission, Ministry of Education, then AICT, All India Council for Technical Education, which from this last academic year has taken up the BCA and BBA also, this academic year rather, sorry. So, so many regulators are there. There is a bill which is already being